Calgary Flames are still alive in the Western Conference playoff race ahead of a massive night in the NHL. The Flames have a big game and all the teams they're trying to catch also play, so we have a big playoffs odds update. Plus, we also have a feel-good update regarding the one and only Justin Costco Kirkland. We're going to get into all that and more in this video. First, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. Let's hop straight in. Talk about this Costco update first. And quickly before we get into this Costco update, what do you guys think of the new base bar down at the bottom, little ticker, as some old heads would say? It needs some work, but hopefully you guys like it a little bit. It looks a little bit more flamey. I hope we like that, but either way, I can definitely get it polished for us, but it should be pretty fun. Might be some Easter eggs in there if you might see them a little bit. But let's get into this Costco update. Let's talk about Justin Kirkland. It's been a long time since we've talked about him, and what possible update could I have about Kirkland? He tore his ACL. There's no way he's playing again this year, and well, that's right. So what's the update? Well, it's that he is the Flames' Bill Masterton Trophy nominee for this season. I mean, I didn't know too much about his story. I know he'd overcome quite a bit to get to the NHL level. I didn't know he had to go through so much. Now, obviously, this year, he overcame a ton and was able to play with the Flames and was playing really good. His shootout winners, his goal against the Oilers, he was honestly just becoming a kind of star, a fan favorite for sure here in Calgary before, of course, the season-ending injury. But he does get rewarded with this Bill Masterton Trophy Memorial nominee, which is absolutely fantastic. I really hope he can win. There are obviously some very good candidates from across the league, but who knows? Maybe he'll sneak in there as one of the actual finalists for this award. And the Flames here, they said, Kirky, we're so proud to announce Justin Kirkland is Calgary's nominee for the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy, which is awarded annually to the NHL player who best exemplifies perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. In 2023, while driving to a game with the Anaheim Ducks, he was in a serious motor vehicle accident and suffered head trauma and other injuries. After recovering, he signed with the Flames and scored his first NHL goal in Edmonton in the Flames' 4-1 win over the Oilers. He suffered a season-ending injury in November, but has remained steadfast in his determination to get back playing as soon as he's fully recovered. And we would love to see that. If perseverance were a man, it is Justin Costco Kirkland. He is honestly such an inspiration to so many who have gone through injuries or, things like car crashes, trauma, stuff like that. And the message his wife shared on Twitter is absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to read the entire thing to you guys. That's how good it is. It's a long one, so quite a bit of reading here, but it is awesome. So first, Madison Kirkland, she said, it's honestly a miracle he survived the near-death car accident, let alone fight his way back to the NHL. It's hard to put into words his daily determination. He's a fighter beyond belief. The surgeon said if the 14 breaks in his nose was 2 millimeters closer to his brain, he would have been paralyzed from the head down or declared brain dead. It is a miracle that he is still going, the determination, the work he has put in. 14 breaks in your nose is already bad enough, but that close to permanent paralyzation is, man, that is crazy. Paralysis could have been a real thing in Justin's life, but instead he's just unreal at hockey. On his way to play his first few NHL games for the Anaheim Ducks, he was involved in a devastating crash on the highway. Immediately after the game, Justin gets a special visitor at the hospital, still wearing his game day suit. Head coach Dallas Eakins walks in and stayed with him for quite some time. I'll always be grateful to his love and support on that day to us both, which has continued to this day. Dallas Eakins is a class act. It's an understatement to say that Justin has fought daily and continues to fight to play hockey. For him, there was no if, it was I will. He even asked me to bring his laptop to the hospital so he could watch his teammates after surgery. This guy cares so much. It's just honestly amazing to see. Then to fight his way back to be able to play hockey, achieving his childhood dream, scoring his first NHL goal for the Flames in the Battle of Alberta is something truly incredible. That's one of the most memorable goals from this season for sure. It was impossible for him to stop smiling, continuing to block shots, all with a smile on his face, wanting more, just happiest to be able to play the sport he loves. The pure passion is wonderful. Here is the last little bit of the message. Now pushing his way through an ACL injury, he's more determined than ever, a true testament to anyone to never give up on your dream, no matter the challenges and adversity. Nobody realizes exactly what he's been through and the continued fight in him. He's the easiest guy in the world to root for. Couldn't be more proud. Could not agree more with Madison here. That is just a wonderful little message from her, and it's so true. If resilience, determination, perseverance were a person, especially in the sport of hockey, it is Justin Kirkland. What a story. What an amazing update. So glad, all of his hard work to get to the NHL, obviously before the injury, but still knowing that he's pushing back to try and play again. So nice that he got rewarded with this nomination from, the Flames and the people who make those decisions within Calgary. It's just awesome to see that he's getting rewarded with that. What a guy. Obviously hope he wins the reward, but no matter what, just so thankful that he was able to make it back to the point of playing hockey, and hopefully he can again, especially in a Flames sweater. And just while we're on, the topic of the Masterton Trophy, another thing that's kind of nice to see, of course, is that Sean Monahan was the nominee from Columbus, which is great to see. Obviously, he's gone through a lot of injuries, a lot of doubt, a lot of, lack of belief, and losing your best friend is quite a bit. And for him to get back to the level he played this year is also phenomenal. So just a very feel-good, wholesome update for the first chapter of this video, talking about Kirkland, talking about Monahan. It is just great to see. So overall, couldn't be more happy to share that with you guys. Nothing but love for Justin Kirkland. Now let's get into tonight's game. I see that the base bar that I was talking about before is kind of messing up quite a bit here, isn't it? I'll really try and get that polished for the next video. It looks absolutely terrible. Let me try and fix that real quick here. I know this is a bit of a technical difficulty, but let's get this going. Oh gosh, I'm just messing it up more and more. I'm still not seeing anything. Whatever, let's just keep it like that. Game day. We're playing in Anaheim. This one goes at 8 p.m. Calgary time, 7 p.m. local time over there in Anaheim, of course. Another big one. I mean, they're all big at this point, but definitely a winnable game here. Wolf will continue. I believe he's slated to start this one. Hopefully he continue his dominance in his home province of California, of course. If we get into the other games that matter, there are some big ones. So obviously Minnesota is the team we're trying to catch the most. They play San Jose, so an easy one, Minnesota at home. And I gotta be honest, guys, we're kind of cooked. The news just came out today that the Wild activated both Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek, which is arguably their two best players, maybe their two best forwards. So it's not looking good to catch Minnesota, but at least the other game is St. Louis and Edmonton. We could still catch Edmonton if a lot of crazy things happen. So definitely rooting for St. Louis in this one. It will be big, as if we look at the standings here, the Flames 4 points back of Minnesota with a game in hand, 6 points back of Edmonton. So again, we could catch them, but it would be pretty crazy. It's looking less and less likely. I mean, Vancouver, they're still kind of in the mix, sort of. They had that crazy win last night where they were the first team to come back from 3 down in the final minute and win the game. But either way, it's going to be tough to get past these, to get into a playoff spot against Minnesota and Edmonton here. So we'll just have to see about that. If we get into the money puck odds, the Flames at 12%, or that might even say 12.9. So essentially 13% chance. It's not a very good chance, but we still got to have some belief in our boys. Obviously, Minnesota at 91% essentially, and St. Louis almost all but locked in. Same with Edmonton, but it would be nice to catch one of those teams that's just looking less and less likely, especially with the news out of Minneapolis, St. Paul today. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. Look, the base bar is doing something funny again. I'll definitely get that fixed up. I tried to do it real quick while I was at work and clearly didn't do the best job. But either way, Drake, he said, throw him on with ball, talking about Parekh, of course. So throw Parekh on with ball and see what happens. I'm excited to see how he performs this year after putting on some size from last year's camp. It would be so exciting if Parekh can come in this season. Obviously, there's pros and cons to it, especially with the Flames not mathematically eliminated yet, but putting him with ball would be absolutely spectacular. Parekh will not be in the lineup tonight against Anaheim unless something crazy happens this afternoon, but it looks like that just will not be the case. But either way, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.